everybody, welcome back to a Sunday Shave with Barber Dave at Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. Before we get started, I wanted to give a shout out to Bill M, and you can see him down in the description area. He was very kind enough as I transition over from traditional honing to convex or super curve honing. Some months back, he had sent me a balsa treated strop. And then most recently, he sent me a bench strop and in Horween leather. And once again, these are convex, and I think I mentioned that. So big shout out to Bill for those two things. That's what our razor was stropped on today. And we'll go over those details in just a minute. But as always, if you wouldn't forget, www.theshavingcadre.com. Come and see us. We certainly appreciate it. And if you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe by hitting the barber pole with the cowboy hat. And then down here, you'll see a notification bell, as well as the description of today's shave and a list of channels that you should peruse here on YouTube and so forth. So what are we using today? Today is going to be a Stella Alpina shave, which is Saponicchio Veracino. Now, Stella Alpina doesn't get a lot of play because, you know, you've got Saponicchio Veracino has got a breadth, a depth of fragrances that are just fantastic. All of them are in really good shape and everything else. So today what we're going to be using is Stella Alpina. Now, normally I would show you the soap bowl, but this is a soap bowl that we got at a local gem show, and the soap is inside here. So we'll do that. But speaking of, if you'd like to get discounts by being a subscriber here on the YouTube channel, or just watching the YouTube channel, or being a member over at theshavingcadre.com, you can get 20% off. Yeah, 20% off on Saponicchio Veracino and some other items. So take a look at this. It'll give you the details on how you can get your discount, and we'll be back with the shave right after this. Hey everybody, welcome to Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home, and we're very excited to announce that we are now being sponsored and a brand ambassador for Brand to Markets, the exclusive distributor of Saponicchio Veracino and Cella Milano 1899 in the United States. And as a special gift to you, our viewers, we're going to be offering a 20% discount on all products excluding razors and brushes at both sites, with a $30 minimum order. Just use the code BarberDave to receive that discount. We'll include those links at the end of this video. So thanks a lot. We appreciate you viewing. Check out Cella Milano and Saponicchio Veracino and enjoy the discounts. Okay, everybody, we're back. So just use those codes, and you can get discounts on this lovely stuff. Stella Alpina is a wonderful soap that has just got a very nice cooling. It doesn't have menthol in it, but it just feels cool, like a mountain stream. It's just wonderful. You can picture yourself near an alpine stream fishing. That's what this feels like. It's just wonderful, wonderful stuff. And as is typical with Saponicchio Veracino, it just produces a wonderful lather. So if you do take part of that discount you just saw, make sure that you go to Brand to Markets. They are the exclusive U.S. distributor for both Cella Milano 1899 and Saponicchio Veracino. I loaded this a little bit drier today, so I will need to add a little bit of water just to get it exactly where it needs to be. I showed you the strops at the beginning, and the razor we're using today is the Saponicchio Veracino Fierce Izzard Galileo Galilee, and it was taken across the balsa strop for 30, and then across the Horween convex strop for 60. Now, that's the first time I've used it, the Horween on a straight razor, so we'll see. We'll see how that does. And we'll go over all the rest of the stuff we're going to be using today at the end of the shave. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday so far. We're actually going to be doing a bonus Zoom call today, which we don't normally do on a Sunday, or on this Sunday. So here is the razor. Again, the Third Scissored Galileo Galilei from Sappada Ficcio Veracino. It's part of a special edition of all the Italian masters, and this is the third in that series. First impressions right out of the gate by using that Horween strop is how smooth it is. Because I had used this on my other strop in the balsa, but it wasn't quite as smooth. And this actually feels like butter. I'm still getting used to the ergonomics of this razor. For a Third Scissored, it's a bigger razor. Not just the blade, but just the whole razor itself. It's a little bit thicker. And just getting the right feel. But it feels just absolutely wonderful. And as far as Stella Alpina is concerned, it's one of their stronger scents, because that's been one of the complaints that people have had with Sappada Ficcio Veracino, is they have a tendency to be light in the scent thing. But they are an Italian maker, and most Italian scents are not powerhouse scents, but they linger. This one is a little bit stronger. And it sticks around really nice. That first pass was great. And the strength of scent is just wonderful. It's just such a wonderful fragrance. Not cloying, not heavy. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure if they have the EDP for this yet, but it's definitely worth it if they do. Yeah, that Horween leather bench strap really made a difference. it's making me want to take it to the shop and use it on my straight razors at the shop. But part of having a barbershop and doing the old-fashioned ways, a bench strop really doesn't cut it. It's good for maintenance in the shop, but people like to see when you're preparing them for a straight shave. People like to see, especially because, you know, the older barber chairs like mine have an actual clip for the strop on the back. So when they're facing the mirror and you're stropping, they get that kind of nostalgic feel. Also, for those of you that are members of the Shaving Cadre, and even non-members, you can go view it. I posted yesterday or the day before, I think it was yesterday, one of my clients, and very few people nowadays remember what they call the Roffler sculpture cut. I am an educator for Roffler, and they don't remember the sculpture cut. And what the sculpture cut is a complete haircut done with a straight razor, the whole haircut. And I posted some pictures over there for people that have swept back hair, and even people with just a standard gentleman cut can do it. But it doesn't make you look like you have like you've had a haircut. All the length is even, and it blends much better because you're not cutting across a horizontal plane like you do with a clipper. You're cutting along the long axis of the hair, and it trims and thins the hair at the same time, and is just a very, very smooth looking haircut. So you can check those pictures out. Unfortunately, there are very few of us that are still certified to cut with the Roffler sculpture cut method, and even fewer that are teaching it, because talking about old ways, a gentleman by the name of Pop Roffler came over from Germany with this method, and hairstyles have changed. You know, obviously in the 50s, you had what they call the contour cuts or the collegiate cuts that used, you know, people used Brill cream and stuff like that. So you could do these cuts and have the long axis, especially if you're doing like a flat top boogie, or if you had the duck tail in the back, or some people call it the duck butt, the greaser style haircuts. With pomade and stuff like that. The Roffler sculpture cut was built for that. And then in the 70s, of course, you had big hair. Well, not 80s big hair, but big hair as far as disco and stuff like that. So everybody had the John Travolta look. That was built for a razor cut. And then in the 80s, the texturizing, because you can texture with a straight razor cut by shortening different layers of the hair, called layering, obviously. And but in the 90s, people started going with fades and shorter military cuts. So the Roffler sculpture cut, plus the barbers were aging and retiring, so there was nobody to take on the moniker of it. So there's a few of us that still are certified and still do it. But believe it or not, a complete fade. And basically a fade means you go from 0 and it just comes up and it looks like it's just blended in. Can be done with a razor as well. A little bit harder, but it can be done. So check that out if you'd like. And those of you that follow me, I thank you, first off. Second, you may have noticed that in today's shave, I switched up my passes a little bit. Usually this pass I do second, and the other pass I do third. Just seeing, you know, making a comparison if there's any major difference. And it's more of the traditional first pass with the grain, second pass across the grain, and then third pass against the grain. I still do my fool's pass last, but, you know, just something to change it up. Okay, so let's see, by switching that around a little bit, how much cleanup I got to do. Not too bad. A little bit more in the jawline area, I think. And then, you know, of course, my normal problem areas. And of course, always on the nickel area. So a little bit more cleanup, but not horrible, because as everybody here that knows me knows that I chase BBS every day. There we go. Alrighty. So again, the razor we used today was the Ther-Scissored Galileo Galilei from Sappada Veracino. Oh yeah, that's definitely DSBBS. Let's see what the alum jury says. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Our brush for today was the Sappada Veracino Artisan 2.0 in ivory with a High Mountain Manchurian white knot. For Christmas a couple years ago, a friend of mine gave me some skincare products, which I'm going to be trying today too. We're going to bring out an old favorite today because of the flavoring and the fragrance of the soap. We're going to be using Thayer's Lemon for the Witch Hazel. Good stuff. But anyhow, I'm not sure where she got it, but It's a whole plethora of skincare products for dry skin, and it's made actually for the Southwest, and it's called Thrive. And it's just a very light, unscented aftershave balm, because normally I don't use balms, but I've noticed over the last week that in using it, it's really nice. It's very thick. Doesn't really have much of a flavor, so to speak. I do have a tendency to add a little bit of water so it emulsifies a little bit better. But it's not bad. Oh, just a tremendous shave today. And then, of course, for our aftershave, we are going to be using Saponificio Veracino Stella Alpina. And this is in the old containering. These are all natural plant extracted alcohols. But it's a very strong scent. I wish I would have gotten, I wish they, and like I said, I'm not sure if they have an EDP for this yet, but I will be getting it if they do, because it's just phenomenal. Today we're going to be using the Yardley Classic. It's more of a neutral type of talc, so it doesn't affect the fragrance that much. Very nice. And for the boss, and those of you that follow me know about this, I'm using Mary Kay Tribute for the EDT. It is a favorite of the boss. And this was gifted to me because I was running out and it's unobtainium. But Bruce, Graybeard 57 on the Cadre, was kind enough to send that. I think he sent it more for Sharon, my wife, than for me, because he knows you keep people happy that way. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for joining us here at BarberDave's Barbershop at Home for a Sunday shave. We hope to see you again really, really soon, probably tomorrow. Anyhow, come see us, www.theshavingcadre.com. I'm BarberDave. This has been BarberDave's Barbershop at Home. Hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful, and a blessed Sunday. And good day to you.